We're sitting there talking, having a drink, and this dude is a bona fide. He's a bona fide man from the streets. You understand what I'm saying to you? And so I was telling him about how I was raised and my upbringing and how foolish it was and so on and so forth. And he told me, we know, he was talking to me about, what he does and where he come from and his situation in the streets. He says, dude, we know gang banging is stupid. And from that point on, I didn't hear nothing else. I didn't hear anything else because at that time, I never thought to think that people with these ridiculous belief systems actually knew they were ridiculous. That's the point of this story. Not to glorify his lifestyle, any of that. That he sat there and told, I promise you I don't remember anything he said after that, when he said that. And I said, oh, in my mind, you can't be like, oh, for real. You can't do that. And I kind of, with them kind of dudes, right? You just kind of sit down and let it marinate. But I was like, man, that changed my whole thought process to people with belief systems. The point is, it's dumb. That's the point. That's the answer. First and foremost, acknowledge that. That belief system doesn't serve you. Whether streets, religion, politics, it doesn't serve you. You know this. You've been jumping around in your head. You've been lying to yourself. You've been deflecting information. That's over. And I know you know. And now I know you know. And to all of the people in the former Jehovah's Witness community, whatever your community, whatever you are speaking out on or against, know that people with these belief systems, they are very well aware of them, and they're also very well aware that they do not serve them. How they get out of it, that's up to you. That's going to be up to you. There's all kinds of things out here for you to help you ease your way. You don't have to do it cold turkey. That's not good for a lot of people. It's really not. But there are all kinds of different ways to do that. And as crazy as it sounds, as I just explained in that quick story, the first way is to acknowledge it. You're already acknowledging your belief doesn't serve you. You're just only acknowledging it to yourself. And maybe that's the only person you have to acknowledge it to. But the problem for you is you're not acknowledging that to the outward world, to the universe, right? What I mean is, to yourself, yeah, this gang banging is bad, but I'm still gang banging. You dig what I'm saying? There has to be a change, of course. But you've already started the first part. You're already there. So at this point in the podcast, I'm not bashing you because you are whatever your belief system is. I'm saying you've already done the hardest part, which is admitting to yourself. Even if you don't tell nobody else, you've already done that on multiple occasions, probably every night. That's the first step. You already in the game. You hear me? Now figure out the next step. What that is, I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that there are tons of people everywhere that are looking to help you. Former Jehovah's Witness, former Catholic, former Mormon, former whatever, former gang member, former politician. Those people, whatever your thing is, the person who used to be it and has found a way to recreate themselves, that's the person you need to talk to. Everybody's journey in this is different. I didn't go to counseling, right? I'm a self-learner. I enjoy that way. I'm pretty independent, right? So I can pick up some things, and if I got questions, I know enough people I can call in pretty much many of these fields. Medical, psychology. I know people. I know a lot of people. So take that with you, man. At this point in history, me being direct with you guys it's time for that. Because all these years leading up to this, they've been singing it to you in songs. They've been writing to you in poems. Presidents have been talking about this stuff. Everything has been put in a way so that it's palatable for you. And you've not taken heed to that. You've taken it for granted that those messages are going to keep coming, and they're going to keep coming that way. Well, many of those people who've been giving you these messages about your belief system are dead. There may come a time where these messages don't come anymore. You can't always be looking for a savior your entire life. You are your own savior. Jehovah's Witnesses, it's been 150 years and nobody's come. Maybe it'll happen in 1,000 years. The point is, you won't be here to see it. Even if it happened in 100 years, 40 or 50 years, you won't be here to see it. Be your own savior. Live a good life here, right here, while you're on this earth. Try to do the right thing. Do unto others. That's really it. Because we are designed to evolve and keep growing, right? We're big computers that are designed to keep growing, sifting through information, creating. And you can do none of those things successfully under the Jehovah's Witness organization or the Mormon organization or any of them and do it the right way, the way it was intended for you to do it. I promise you. Nothing that I have been able to do, especially today, I told you why this day means so much to me. I have not been able to do that while I was, even though I've been out of the Jehovah's Witness religion, their poison was still operating through me. And I told you I've been on this journey for 5 years, probably 10 if I'm being honest. And today, remember I told you when I started this podcast, I had restarted the podcast, I had to get this poison up off me. And today, 45, almost 46, I've been able to accomplish one of the goals that has been on my mind for almost 20 years. Because I worked at trying to get rid of something that doesn't serve me. I already knew in my head, but I had to take actions. And so do you. Please, this is my cry to humanity, Jehovah's Witnesses. This is my cry to y'all. Get rid of that stuff. It doesn't work. There's no more fighting or trying to pretend it does. You know it does. And even those of you who are staunch supporters of it and, Jehovah will provide. You ain't got nothing. So he didn't provide. The only person that's going to provide is you. Admit to yourself, you've already done that. Make the next move, whatever that is for you. I'm rooting for you. Because if you don't, like I said in that post, if you don't figure this out, if you don't figure this shit out, you're going to rot away in the worst of ways. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for stopping by the JW Free Podcast. And as usual, and especially today, this ending is so appropriate. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and your brains working. I'll see you next week.